Yo, what's going on, guys? Jared here. Today I'm going to be going over a deck that's coming out in Supreme Darkness that is budget and can combo extremely well. And I'm actually really excited for it. It's really cool. It's something different. And I'm an old school player myself. I've been playing the game for 20 years, over 20 years. And this is a deck that holds very dear to my heart because it was released in my favorite set in Yu-Gi-Oh, which is Gladiator's Assault, and that being Gladiator Beast. They have gotten a lot of support over the years, and they has able to lead them into some quite powerful combos. Granted, is it really from what we know back when they first came out in Gladiator's Assault? Absolutely not. But you are still able to get a Hernaculus on the field so that you can get those spell and trap negates if you want to, and same thing with Gladiator Beast Geysaris from Bestiari. But with the new support coming out in Supreme Darkness, this deck is very explosive and very cheap. Now, there's not a lot of one-card combos exclusively, but there is a lot of combos that are like, if you see this card plus any Glad, or combinations of different cards like that. But a lot of it is like extra Y card plus a Glad, which I think is pretty generic enough where it's completely fine. So I have 4 combos to show you for Gladiator Beast right now. I'm not going to show you a deck list. If you want to see a deck list, let me know down below, and I can show you 2 different deck lists that I have currently made for this deck. But for now, I just want to go over 4 combos just so you can get an idea of what it can do, because it's really explosive and really strong. And again, these cards are coming out in Supreme Darkness, so we still have until January for that. But yeah, if you guys enjoy, please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And any suggestions, leave down below. I would also really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and jump into these combos. Okay, combo 1. Like I said, there's a lot of combos that is just a card plus any Glad. So this one is going to be Magister plus any Gladiator Beast. I'm using ANDAL because he is just like the worst one to open, most likely, because he's just a vanilla monster. So from here, we're going to use Magister's in-hand effect to summon itself plus the ANDAL. Use the effect of the Magister on the field to be able to search rejection, and then you are able to link 2 into your Test Panther. Test Panther effect to be able to add comeback. Not once per turn, Monster Reborn, very good. But at the same time, please keep in mind that you have to summon a different type for monsters you control. That is something that's very easy to forget, very easy to mess up. So just something to keep in mind. And the same thing applies for Gladiator Rejection. You have to summon from deck a Gladiator Beast with a different type of monsters you control in the fence. So just again, these are very easy restrictions that you can miss, and it's very important to know so that you don't accidentally cheat somebody. So yeah, we're going to activate Rejection, and then we're going to activate Comeback effect to bring back the ANDAL. Then we can use a Test Panther effect to shuffle back the ANDAL and summon out our Gladiator Beast Noxious. From here, we can use Noxious as Chainlink 1 and Rejection as Chainlink 2. So Rejection can summon out our Wing Beast monster. Noxious is a Beast Warrior, and Test Panther is a Beast, so we dodged all the restrictions. And then Noxious is going to send Equest, because since he was brought out from a Gladiator Beast effect, and no, Test Panther is not, but it counts as being one. You can send a Gladiator Beast monster from your deck to the graveyard, so we're going to send Equest. From here, we're able to fuse our 2 level 5 or higher Glads into Tamer Editor, and every combo with Gladiator Beast, I feel like, is just abusing this card, because it is so insane. This card is really that good. Once per turn, soft once per turn, being able to summon a Glad Fusion from the extra deck is just insane, ignoring its summoning conditions. So we're going to use his effect to be able to summon Dominatus, and this is just a once per turn monster negate, and you choose the attack targets of your opponent. So if they attack you, you can choose the attack targets, which is something that can definitely come up, especially if you're making things like IP Masquerena or SP Little Knight, so just something to keep in mind. So from here, you're able to link off the Tamer and the Test Panther and go into your new Link 2 monster. I'm just going to call this a Darius Link monster. On summon, you can summon a level 4 Glad from your hand or graveyard, and then if your opponent controls a monster, you can summon it from the deck instead, which is insane, but you can only use the monster as, you can only use Gladiator Beast monsters as Link material for the rest of the turn, just something, again, to keep in mind. So from here, you're going to use this effect to summon a quest from the graveyard, and this does trigger their effects because they are being special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster. That's very important. So from here, we can use a quest to add back Comeback. Now we have to get our typing right again because we have Comeback, so we can link off the Equest and the Darius to go back into our Dragosus. His effect is completely irrelevant. He is just a Wing Beast to Gladiator Beast monster link, so that you can just clear and get the right attributes. Now you have Sea Serpent and Wing Beast. You can use Comeback to bring back Tamer again. From here, you're able to use the Tamer to be able to go into another copy of Dominatus. And then from here, you're able to link those 2 off into an SP Little Knight, because the only restriction that you have from this point is the Darius being saying you cannot use monsters as link material except Gladiator Beast monsters. So you can actually still make any monsters you want. You can just only use Gladiator Beast monsters to make them. So from here, we can make an SP Little Knight, and then we are able to shuffle back 5 Glads in our deck from our graveyard or field into the deck to summon our new fusion monster as well, the Gladiator Beast Claudius. This card is awesome, and you just play 2 of it because it gives you infinite grind game. You can shuffle back itself if it's in the graveyard because it does not restrict itself being used as fusion material like Phantom of Yubel. So just playing 2 of these cards means you have infinite grind game in this deck. And on your opponent's turn, if they activate a monster effect, you can special summon a level 11 or lower Gladiator Beast monster from its extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So this is most likely going to be Gyzaris if you want to destroy things, or it's going to be Hernaculos or Heraclinos, however you pronounce it, to be able to negate spell or traps. So yeah, very, very strong M board off of pretty much just seeing the 1 level 3 new monster. Again, we have a lot of interrupts here. 1, 2, 3. You can count Gyzaris as 4 or Hernaculus, depending on how many cards you have left in your hand. That could be up to 7 interruptions just off that combo. I think it's very, very strong. So yeah, that is going to be like, this is probably going to be the average board of the deck, just something to keep in mind. Also, this card preventing targeting is something that's really important, so your opponent cannot Valor you, Imperm you, or anything like that, even if they draw it as their 6th. It's not going to do anything other than maybe hit the SP Little Knight, but you don't really care about that because, yeah, you just don't care. SP Little Knight's the least of your issues here. So yeah, going on to the next combo, this is a little bit more specific one. This is Primite Roar and Gladiator Rejection. Primite Roar could also, of course, be the Primite that searches Roar. It could also be Unexpected Die, so you could just do either or, it doesn't matter. So you're going to activate Rejection and activate Primite Roar. And what's nice is Gladiator's Rejection does not care how a monster is special summoned from the deck, as long as it just is. So even if you summon a Gladiator Beast from Primite Roar or Unexpected Die, you can still use Rejection and get out a body. So from here, you're able to link 2 into the Darius link. Also, you have to pay 2,000 life, which is something to keep in mind, but I don't do it here, but just, again, something to remember. Use the Darius link to get back the Magister. Then you're able to use the Magister effect to be able to get the field spell. Use the field spell to be able to search Magister. You have to discard a card for this, just something to keep in mind. So you have to lose an additional card in your hand as a discard, but you'll have it. And then we are able to link those 2 off into our Test Panther. We're able to use Test Panther to add our Autorix. This is a very important combo piece in a lot of Gladiator Beast decks, so keep this in mind. This is a very important card. It sends from deck to graveyard if it's summoned from a Glad Beast, and it becomes its level. So this is a very good way to get 2 deck cards from your deck and to get 2 level 5. So you can send any level 5 from deck to graveyard, and then it becomes level 5. And then from here, we're able to use Test Panther to tag out into Darius. Then we're able to use Darius to get back the Noxious here. Then we have 2 level 5 or higher, so we were able to shuffle them back to summon, again, our Tamer Editor. From here, we're able to use Editor to summon out Dominatus. Link off Darius and the Tamer Editor to then go into either option of SP Little Knight, or you can go into, it's SP Little Knight and the Claudius, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in graveyard. So you can go into Little Knight or this, or end this, so you get both of them on the field. And then, of course, this will trigger on your opponent's turn, or this one will be a trigger on your opponent's turn to get you another interrupt as well. Or you're able to just make another link 2 here and shuffle that away along with other 4 so that you could still make the Claudius. But what you do is now you're leaving the Andal in the graveyard as an interruption with the Primite Roar because of the normal summon effect in the graveyard for this, where you can banish it, summon back the, or what's it called, not summon back, but you can banish their monster with less attack than Andal, so 19. So if they normal summon anything less, then you can banish it from the graveyard. So if you want more layered interruptions, you can do that as well. And keep in mind, this is going to be summoning another copy of this, or it could summon a Hernaculus or a, what's it called? Oh my god, a Gyzaris. And then also, now that I'm thinking about this, you also have Gladiator Beast Arena, so you're able to get Gladiator Beast War Chariot as well. I forgot to put it here, but you also have War Chariot, just something to keep in mind. And yeah, so it's just really, really strong. You have a lot of good stuff going here. Like I said, these are all like very simple 2-card lines tops. And again, this is another one of just a card plus a Glad, so you have the new Test Bear. I like this card because it's a combo and an extender. The problem is it loses so hard to Ash Blossom, so we'll see how it actually plays out. So we're going to normal Test Bear, put back Andal, and summon these 2 out from the deck, and then we're able to use both of their effects. So he is going to add Comeback, and she is going to dump Augustus. Then we can use Comeback to bring back the Augustus, because we have Beast Warrior and Beast. From here, we're able to fuse off into the Tamer Editor effect to summon the Dominatus, and then link 2 into Test Panther effect to get another copy of Comeback. Use Comeback's effect to get back the Tamer Editor because we have Beast and Sea Serpent. Use his effect to summon out another Dominatus because, again, soft once per turn monster negation. From here, we can use Panther effect to get rid of one of them. I know that seems weird, but trust me, it actually works out. Then we can summon out a quest effect to get back the Comeback. And then from here, we are able to link off the quest and the Tamer Editor to go into a copy of the Doritos, and then link off those two into another copy of Doritos. Now, if you notice, we did not use the first copy because we need more names and get the Task Panther off the field. So, we're just going to go those two into a second copy. This copy we are going to use to get back a quest, and then use that quest effect to get back the other Comeback because we searched 2 of them this turn. So now we're able to go into a link monster because we need to clear off to get the appropriate typing for Comeback. So we're going to go into our Dragius, like I said before, use Comeback to get back the Tamer Editor. From here, we're able to use Editor to summon back the Dominatus we used before. Then we can link off the Dragius and the Editor to go into an SP Little Knight because, again, these are all Gladiator beasts that we're using as material. So that lets us clear up the extra spot. From here, we're able to use Comeback again so that we can get back Tamer Editor again, use the effect and summon a Hernoculus this time, and then we are still able to shuffle back 5 from the graveyard to be able to summon our Claudius, and then we have more interruptions on your opponent's turn. Keep in mind, I know this seems like we are currently full. If you use SP Little Knight, you can banish itself plus a monster on their side, and you could still use Claudius to summon to the extra monster zone, or you can use Little Knight to banish itself and the Tamer Editor to clear a room, and then you could summon a Gyzaris in the main monster zone. So it's completely up to you, but the point is you can get this live even if it's just sitting here, so it's something to keep in mind. So again, crazy M board here, just something that's insane. This is just off Test Bear and any Gladiator Beast monster, it does not matter which one. Okay, and the last combo that I'm going to show is just Rescue Cat. Again, you do not have to play Rescue Cat. I'm just playing it currently in this build. And another thing is Sam Knight. You do not have to play him. I was just showing him as another cat target. You can just play 2 copies. Bring out 2 copies of Magister, I mean. So from here, we're going to link off the 2 glides that we summon off Cat into the Darius to get back the Magister effect to be able to get the field spell. And then we are able to link those 2 off in the Test Panther. Keep in mind, you can't link off Test Panther now. We're going to use Test Panther to get another copy of Magister, and then we can use the field spell to be able to search the Atorix, discard another card, keep that in mind. Use the Magister effect in hand to summon itself in the Atorix effect to be able to send the Augustus. Use Test Panther's effect to put back, and then get summon out Darius, and then this gets us back into our Tamer Editor again, and then we can use Tamer Editor's effect to summon out the Dominatus. Then we are able to link off the Tamer Editor and the Darius into SP Little Knight, and then we can shuffle back our 5 monsters so that we can still have our Claudius in the end phase. Again, this card is so insane. I cannot stress it enough how good this card is. And then during the end phase, we also get our Arena effect in the end phase to be able to set a Gladiator Beast trap. So again, we end on Little Knight, Dominatus, Claudius, to be able to summon anything on your opponent's turn, and then a War Chariot, so you have 2 monsters negate, monster removal, and then you can have Spell Trap negates, pops, or another monster negate if you wish, depending on what you want off the Claudius. So this is just a little bit of what Gladiator Beast can do. I also just want to preface how cheap the Gladiator Beast cards are right now. This deck is certainly budget right now, and I don't know what rarities these are going to be in Supreme Darkness, but if we're going by other Gladiator Beast cards, they should not be high whatsoever. So I definitely could see Gladiator Beast being an extremely good budget option just because of how explosive it can be. The M board is very real. And also, keep in mind, they are Gladiator Beasts. These cards do stuff in the battle phase, and you can get a lot of value still by smashing into things and getting that tag out effect. So it's just something to keep in mind. So again, if you have any other suggestions down below for Gladiator Beasts, let me know. If you want to see a deck profile, let me know down below. And overall, hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe if you did, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.